Hello everyone, welcome to Science. I apologize for not being here. I will be here shortly, but we do need to get the class rolling. So today is Thursday, which means tomorrow is Friday, and Friday you know that you have your final test on Unit 1, which has been Precision and Accuracy, and Metrics 2. A review to everyone, please remind yourself, bring home that study guide tonight. That study guide is paramount that you bring home. You should also probably bring home any other worksheets that you can use to review any of the materials. Techniques on how to use a meniscus and a graduated cylinder, discussions as to why it's important not to use the edge of the ruler, things like that. Then the metric conversions worksheet's probably a good worksheet to have handy. You can study that. And then knowing your formulas and knowing your water properties. So that's going to be pretty much tomorrow's test. It's going to be short, it's going to be sweet. On the test, there will be a question about what is the length of a nail, and the nail actually will have a ruler next to it, and you're going to have to measure it. There also will be a question pertaining to volume, so I'm going to give you a initial volume and a final volume, and you're going to have to figure out what the volume of the irregular object is. And then I'm also going to give you a triple beam balance picture, and you're going to have to tell me what is the mass of the object. And then from there we'll go into some of the basic concepts that you've been practicing, that you've been studying for interview questions, that we've been talking about for the last month. So, tomorrow, final test. While you're waiting for me to get back to class, you should be working on your interview questions, your B1 worksheet right here. B1, for those of you that are interested, that is the housing plan worksheet. And if you do finish that, that's great. Please remember you're trying to make a house that is not a perfect square. Instead, have a bunch of rectangles, different sizes, but the total area must add up to 250. So keep that in mind. B3, you could be working on B3. The B3 worksheet is the mass worksheet. That is the worksheets where you're hopping on the scales and we're all being polite and appropriate about everyone's mass and or weight. But you're trying to figure out how much of you, the student, is made up by your backpack and your books. So the paper's set to go. Oh, actually in the back, the digital scale, because there's a couple of questions about using a digital scale and a containment device and an object. The object is the marble, the containment device is the rubber band that's back there. So you should be able to just show that you can demonstrate and use a scale to find the mass of an object that wants to constantly keep rolling off of the scale by using a containment device such as a rubber band. If you finish B3, it's time for A3. This is the advertisement on the metric system. And what you're trying to do is make a poster saying whether you think the U.S. should have metric or whether the U.S. should stay with their imperial system. But there's a worksheet that goes with this, and like all my worksheets, ladies and gentlemen, they're right up in the front on a table in either green, yellow, or red folders, depending upon whether they're C, B, or A layer assignments. So, all the instructions are on the worksheets. Do your best until I get back. If there's still more time, we've got a Bill Nye video right over here. Just click on Measure YouTube, and it'll pop up, and it's good to go. Bill Nye. All right, folks, I'll see you in a little bit. Take care.